existing since time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creepy floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. All's rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
Sorry.
I literally almost shit my pants every single time.
I kind of alternate, so you never know when it's coming out. Hello, Susan. Well, at least we didn't make you shit yourself. So,
I know, basically, yeah.
oh, Raven said she forgot about the jump scare.
I always do
Yeah.
too. I know
Guys
it's
gotta
coming
stay
and
on
I always
toes.
forget.
Stay on your toes. Let's see who joined us here tonight. And there's our lovely Miss Carla. And I'm Benito. Is that how you say that? I'm sorry if I butchered that. I really am. Welcome, welcome. And there's our Mr. Jamie Watson. We've been missing you. I'm glad you're okay and you are back with us. And there is Caroline. Hi, Miss Caroline. Hello, hello, Raven. Come on, you love the jump scare, Raven. You know you do. ABZ, welcome, welcome. Pinky, hello, darling. How are you? And is Bill? Bill, are you there? Bill is with us also. Dice, hello, hello. And Bill Stacy, welcome.
Yep.
And let's see who else has popped in with us. And we've got the Sir Wayne. Hello, Sir Wayne. You guys, Wayne just started up his new channel.
Yes.
Check it out. Subscribe and like. You're going to love it. I'm giving you the warning he didn't give me. Don't drink when you're watching it because you're going to spit it out because it is hysterical. I love it. I love it. Brooklyn, hello, welcome. Let's see. Mr. Joe Vitelli, the famous Joe Vitelli, is with us.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, how's it going, Joe? Zombie J, hello, hello. And there's Megan behind the blue eyes. Hello, sweetie, sweetie. And we've got Yummy Donut. Oh, it's so glad to see all these familiar faces. I'm loving it. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, just say, hey, Laura, wake up, look at the screen. And yes, everybody, it is official. I have become monetized. And so you guys get stickers and memberships and all those goodies. And thank you for joining us because we have been so excited to have Jorden on. Word of warning. Hi, Pinky. Please, mods, please watch out for trolls. Anything inappropriate, cut them off. there's no chances at all. Just cut it off. Hello, Miss Susan. So how are you today, Miss Susan?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. And I'm glad you could join us tonight. It is really exciting. I've been dying to get Jorden on. I love his work, love the channel. And without further ado, let's welcome Jorden to the show. Hi, Jorden, and welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we're surviving. The heat here has been horrific.
Yes.
God.
Yes, it has. Yes, it absolutely has.
And I'm sweating just looking at you. You got like a sweat jacket, and I'm dying.
I get that all the time. I'm probably not even considered human where I work.
Oh, okay.
Because I walk around with a winter jacket in the summer. It's weird. I don't even know. Yeah.
You're one of those guys like my husband bitches. It's like 90 degrees out, and they wear those knit caps
All the time.
Yeah, and my husband's like, "What is wrong with that?" I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it.
Sweat dripping down my face like constantly.
You're sacrificing for fashion.
That's right.
That's what it is. I knew that's what it was. Hey Al, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. So yeah, that's I don't get it. I'm always hot anyway, so it don't make a difference for me. But everybody is so glad that you came to join us. So we thank you very, very much. Everybody's curious about you and about what you do.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching and they want to know. But before we dig into the meat of what you do and your channel, we want to know about Jorden the person. I always ask everybody, who is Jorden? What is Jorden about?
Reactor on YouTube. Basically, there's not really a whole lot, I guess. I'm just not sitting here like I'm trying to think about it. It's like I'm a horror enthusiast, love horror films, love just hobbies. I mean, being a nerd is one thing I love to do. And video making, content creation. It's one of the big things I'm proud of. So, I mean,
fantastic. Okay. What do you do besides YouTube? Are you a gamer? What kind of work do you do outside of the home? I mean, you don't have to go into detail, but
yeah, no, I security guard. I like on my normal job, I'm a security guard at a candle factory. So there's that, and I do game. Trying to even game more. I started a gaming channel not long ago, and I'm trying to game more because I would love to play more horror games and be enthralled with all that stuff. But just so much going on.
Right, Joe. Yes, horror. I see ghosts. Hello, hello. Joe said, yeah, his son wears a hoodie all summer too. I know. I don't, God bless these kids. I don't know. Let's see. Kels, welcome. And she says, Jorden, do you get free candles?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh.
Christmas, they normally give us giant box full.
Wow. Cool.
Wow.
It's neat.
Yeah, it is. It's always get something nice from when at work. I didn't complain. I used to just get a bonus because I was in the dental business for 30 years and it's not like they're handing out teeth. But I could get, free crown and bridge stuff if I wanted it. Okay, you are a reaction channel and we love the reactions that you get. What made you go into being a reaction channel and what made you choose the paranormal field?
Well, at first, I was doing movie reviews, and then I slowly started seeing people doing movie reactions, and I thought that'd be a neat idea if I started doing movie reactions because I'm such a movie enthusiast. And then the paranormal has always been kind of something I've been passionate about. So my sisters kind of encouraged me to watch Sam and Colby on YouTube because they were just huge into that channel at the time. And that's when I started to watch Sam and Colby, and then I started branching off and watching other channels. And the reason why I started watching a bunch of the debunkers and those channels is because of my continuous watch for Sam and Colby. Eventually came to a series that they did for Hell Week that kind of changed my mind. And then I started seeing all these debunkers making videos on a specific thing that really opened my mind and my different, really just changed my whole perspective on everything because I'm so used to watching certain paranormal content, and to see them pointing out things I never would have thought they would point out was kind of interesting to me. And
Right. It kind of turns
Really,
the light on.
it does. It really did. It was. I know. I knew someone was going to say that too. Sam and Colby, bad start. I know.
Yes, it was.
I know.
I think
I get.
everybody
I
stepped
completely
in
get
that
it.
puddle. Yep.
Yeah, I completely understand.
Yeah. See, Raven said I think everybody, has stepped in that puddle. It's just, and you don't know, you're taking it for face value, but then when you start finding out weird
Yeah.
stuff, you're like, what the heck? Wait a minute, they don't make any sense. Hi, Victor, welcome.
Hello, Victor.
So yeah, that's when the light turns on. You're like, all right, maybe. And so that did it make you dig deeper into what they were doing when you started to discover that things just weren't, meshing?
Things started to make more sense to me. Like I started thinking about the logical aspect more instead of just blatantly saying that something's a ghost when clearly and obviously that's just them saying that, but they're not really putting the effort in to investigate it or try to figure anything out. They're just saying it's a ghost because that obviously is better than kind of discovering nothing at all. So like they'll just go with it. And that started really crossing my mind. It's like, how many videos have I watched where they've done that? And it's like
Right.
too many of them, honestly. Like, so
yeah. Oh yeah. Pinky says I started on Twin Paranormal. Oh boy. And in the Paranormal Files. Yeah. We all started with something bad because we were believing it. We just were believing until we started noticing really weird things. Did you have your own paranormal experience? So did that help push you in this direction?
Yeah. When I was younger, I'm still a believer. I know a lot of people might see me as this person who likes to give constructive criticism, who starts pointing out things that maybe other channels don't point out. But I personally believe I grew up in a haunted house. When I was very young, there was things that just happened that I couldn't explain. I started to try to debunk myself the older I got and the more I started looking into debunking and whatnot. But there's still some things I'm having a hard time debunking, but it's more of a personal experience kind of thing, I guess. And I'm still open to the idea it all could be logically explained. I mean, it's always a possibility, but I still believe, like, I still want to see that bit of evidence from one of these content creators that would blow all of our minds. And I've always been kind of that person. That's why when the Hell Week stuff happened and, the hype behind that video was so built, like saying that they changed the face of the paranormal. They found finally the answer to the afterlife. And I thought that was crazy. And then when I saw the video, it never occurred to me that someone could tap their toes like that. It never crossed my mind. Yeah. So I automatically, of course, me being naive at the time, I was like, this is crazy. Like, and then when I saw the videos come out, like Mythos Paranormal is like the biggest example I can give when it comes to the debunking of those two.
Right.
I was just floored. I was like, this is what a disappointment.
Yeah, it's like you've been gut shot. That's exactly how I
It's exactly how it felt.
how I describe it, because you're like, oh, really? Hi, Sandra. Welcome, sweetie. So yeah, we've all been through it. Oh, thank you, Pinky. Pinky is our first member. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dope.
Yay. It's so weird to see that. I love it. Thank you so much, sweetie. So did you ever have the home investigated, or did anybody check anything out for you to try to validate what happened?
My childhood home?
Yes.
No, unfortunately, by the time we moved here in 2007, the house was burned down by the fire department. I guess it was on like land that was too insecure. So like if we ever had an earthquake, it could literally have brought the house down. Like, so they decided it was better just to burn it down and get rid of it. So unfortunately, it's just a vacant lot now. I mean, it's pretty sad. I've seen it on Google Images and our Google Maps, and I'm like, that is heartbreaking. But
I would still sneak over there and check.
I'd love to.
Just sit in the lot, and of course, we're thinking, "Oh, this is a weird kid," but
no,
see if you could pick up anything up, like on a recorder, or even on just a little bit of film. Oh, and thank you, ladies, for gifting memberships. And Megan's Megan's number 2. My God, you guys are freaking me out. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what I would do. I would sit there and see if I could pick anything up, even though the house still isn't there.
Yeah, I mean, the house is back in Stanwood, Washington. So like I live in Ohio now. So like it's all the way down there, and I'd love to go back. I missed the opportunity to actually go back a couple years ago. I had to stay here and watch the pets while they all took off to Washington for a family reunion. But yeah, I saw pictures of it, and I'm just it's sad to see, because that's where I grew up. And I'd love to go back though and actually like sit in the lot and see what would happen.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're young. You still got time to
Oh yeah, for sure.
to check it out and see what happens. I would always keep that on the list. And
Maybe a video idea someday if I ever make it back out there. Yeah, I'd love
that'd be
to.
awesome.
Yeah.
So that now that everybody knows the background and the story, now maybe years later you could follow it up, and I think everybody would be interested in seeing that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Al just subbed. You just subbed to J Carts, Al. If you did, wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Team. Welcome. So then you moved into what prompted you to start doing your own reactions to these people, or was it just a gradual progression?
I feel like it was a gradual progression. Like it's weird from my when I start doing reactions, the debunkers and those really, I mean, none of the stuff is like something that was on the top of my mind. Like, this is exactly what I want to do. Like, I want to react to paranormal stuff. It just kind of led into it somehow. Like, I just sort of slowly people started watching those reactions. And then I'm like, okay, well, if people like it, I like the paranormal, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to start reacting to all these investigations. And yeah, it's weird. I really don't even know how to explain the process of doing it, honestly.
You're a natural at it, pretty much.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you.
Have you ever done any of your own investigations?
One. I've done one, and it was last year. I went to the Belair House here in Belair, Ohio. The owner invited us out, of course, and that was definitely, that was my first time actually investigating like a place that's well known, like by many people.
Right.
Other bigger channels have been there, and I was finally able to stand in like the same spot as a lot of those people and see what they experienced. Pretty surreal experience. Like overall, I'm very like happy that I did it. Like it was cool.
What kind of data did you collect from that investigation?
It's really tough. I'm not going to say that even what we caught is like 100% paranormal, but I will tell you that I could almost go into that house and debunk almost everything that was happening. I mean, the house creaked so much. I remember me and my friend Joe were in the Blair house downstairs, and we were walking, and we walked like by the stairs, but not like on the stairs or anything. And all of a sudden, in a certain spot where I stepped, it creaked on the floor underneath me, but it also creaked on the stairs next to me, like towards the top of the stairs. And I just thought that was like, if I didn't know any better, and I was like walking through this house, and I stepped in the spot, and I heard the creak on the stairs, I might freak out, and that would be just a debunkable situation that was turned into something paranormal. And I just looked at my friend Joe, and I'm like, did you notice that? And we stepped in the spot again, and it did the same exact creak. And it's just a very old house. I'm not saying it's not, haunted by any means. And I do think that we potentially could have caught an EVP. That's basically what I did during my personal investigation. I just walked around the house with the voice recorder, and I just asked questions as best as I could. But
that's pretty much all there is to it.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Like it blew my mind, because now I'm like sitting here thinking back on all the investigations I reacted to that took place here.
Right.
And I just started thinking like nothing's happening. I went into this house with so much respect and love for the place, and nothing's happening. It's just
that's how it works.
That's pretty.
So I always tell everybody, I says, the paranormal just doesn't happen at the drop of a hat. And you go and nothing. And people, you ask Joe in hours upon hours, and maybe 3-4 visits, and you're lucky if you get a burp. That's just the way it works. Mm-hmm. Crystal. Crystal says, Jordan, do you have a girlfriend? You have a lovely voice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I hate my voice. I'm glad people seem to.
I don't think anybody likes their voice.
I don't think that was so either.
I think mine sounds like crap, but I don't know. Jimmy, how's it going, Sir Jimmy? Thank you. And thank you, Brooklyn, for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Let's see. Hi, darling, says sending all my love. You're so bad. You're so bad. Yeah, that's Joe says, yes. See, that's how it works. You just show up, you do your thing, and you pretty much leave empty handed, unfortunately.
And you know what, though? I'm still proud of it. Like, I look back on that video and I'm like, that was such a cool experience. I'm so glad she invited us out there to do that. And like, I will be forever grateful for that, because that was like my first time actually doing something along those lines. And it's a learning experience too. I learned a lot about a lot of content creators, but like, because I'm like, oh, they're putting on 100%, they're putting on a show. Because like, there's nothing going on here. And even the noise outside, which was insane, the vehicles passing by the place, I could nonstop hear cars going by honking, and I just, oh man, it was nuts.
Yeah, it's it's an awakening actually, because you're like, oh wow, and so you didn't run around screaming, ghosts or demons or
no, I was proud of myself. I like started downstairs in the complete darkness. I walked into several things by accident. That was the first time too. Like night vision, I never expected how difficult that would be to walk around with night vision, and that's all you have. I never realized, and I'm like, so many times walked into the same exact couch, but I did pretty good. I thought my paranoia was going to be kicking in, because I'm like, I'm in a haunted house, or supposed haunted house, and I'm by myself. But no, I did pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that.
Good for you. You held your own.
I did. I didn't scream.
You're not a runner so far.
I didn't scream. Yeah. I didn't run down the hallways.
Right. Like most, that's the one thing that always turns me off.
What did you use as far as equipment goes?
We tried, because it was a first time thing for us. So we wanted to try a couple things that we saw bigger channels using and seeing what we would get from it. And we did the Estes method a couple times. Nothing happened at all. It was more, we got headaches because, the headphones, but horrible. But most, for me at least, the voice recorder was kind of the thing I decided to use the most, because I felt like it was the least flawed out of everything we had. We had, EMF readers and all that too, but.
So yeah, thank you, Ghost Wiener. I appreciate it. Joe says, well, the house is like maybe 200 feet away from the road.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's right outside. Yeah.
So yeah, that's right there. It's the total contamination. So that kind of blows the whole deal.
And when we were there, the owner had told us, Kristen had told us, that something happened where someone decided to take something like a rock or a brick and throw it to the window. So like if there was wind that night, I can't remember if there was wind, there probably was some wind. The window had like plastic taped to it. And I'm like, that could make some noise, or there's so many leakages. There's so many, even going up the stairs, it felt like you wanted to fall over because of the way the house sat. And it was it felt like a fun house. I'm not trying to be, rude about that, but it felt like it.
So, because if it's old, like you said, and it's,
Beautiful
nothing is
house.
Level. So that floor is it's going to throw, especially in the dark.
Yep.
And the night vision does screw with you. And don't feel bad. I walk into walls during the daylight, never mind in night vision. So it's I know where you're coming from. And then we've all done it. We've all just, smacked into something or had that uneasy feeling. So, that doesn't help out. Piggy says, Jay Carts, do you believe the Australia exists?
Like actually Australia?
I don't know.
I hope it exists. People have told me they watch me from there. I hope it exists.
Yeah, the guys, side-eye guys like floating in nowhere. Let's see, crystal balls out on the town again. Oh yeah, Wayne, you're so funny. Okay, Susan, go ahead if you want to ask him another question.
God, you caught me off guard right now.
Aha. See, you don't know. Joe, Seg's not real.
God.
He's a figment.
Yeah.
So what was because I know when I started my channel, I was number one nervous, but I didn't know how people would react. How were you emotionally when you, like, the very first thing that you did, the very first video that you did?
Ooh, I was like a wreck. I mean, all the videos are still up. I was a wreck. I was so nervous. I mean, it's like the cringe. I mean, I was like the king of cringe back then, because like I wore a fedora, I had like a trench coat on while standing in front of a movie shelf reviewing movies. I really look back on that and I'm like, I'm really doing better. But like, it's tough. Like everybody underestimates, I think, how much it really is nerve wracking to get in front of a camera and like talk in front of the camera. It's really, you think about everything. Like people are going to watch this. They're going to hear my voice. They're going to see, it was horrible. I mean, I'm very self-conscious. So like I start thinking about all that stuff and I'm nervous about how people are going to view me. And I feel like I've broken out of that. But yeah, at first it was a complete nightmare.
Yeah. I do need to go back and look at your very first one.
Oh God.
See, I saw it really strange because I just didn't think anything of it. I just turned it on and started talking.
See,
That's
I was
good.
Nervous.
I don't
That's
know.
good.
So, but I know because I would have stage fright, younger when I was, I used to.
Oh yeah. Even now,
singing and stuff on stage or talking publicly on stage, I would have terrible stage fright. But I just don't think of it the same way here
That's
on
great.
the internet.
Like even now, like coming on this live stream, it was a bit nerve wracking for me because I don't do a lot of collaborations. I'm going to try to do more. I'm trying to like get out there more because I want to be able to break that fear of getting in front of someone else's camera and doing stuff with other people. So this was like a great opportunity to do that.
Oh, wonderful. Great. See, I'm glad I'm always everybody's first. But that's why I always try to make everybody very comfortable. I always explain it like this. It's like you're talking to your friends on the phone on a video call.
Yep.
You never think of beyond this. I think that's maybe where everybody gets fear because they're thinking, oh God, thousands of people. I never think that. I see Jorden and Susan and
You're
everybody
just
in chat.
chatting. Yeah.
That
Yep.
is it.
Yep.
So maybe
a good way
that's
to look
what
at
it
it.
is. Yeah.
Well, it's just your mindset that am I going to mess up? What's going to happen? Am I going to lose power? It's all those things like rolling in your head.
It's a given, though. We're on the internet. You know how crappy the internet is. That's just a given. Wayne wants to know, Jorden, do you have a script written out when you are doing reviews and reactions?
No, I just kind of wing it. I just speak what's on my mind. And then if I mess up, I kind of cut it out and I just skip past, But yeah, no, I don't write my own stuff. I just kind of go for it.
Megan says, I'm still wrapping my head around we may be in a simulation. I know you don't know. You just don't know. Wouldn't it be a bummer? I don't know. I don't know. What would your reaction be if you found out that this is just all a simulation?
How would I feel?
Yeah.
I feel like I've wasted a lot of time. If yeah.
It's I think that would be actually crushing. We're in The Sims. Oh God, I remember playing The Sims.
Yeah,
but it's terrible. I was bad at it because all I wanted to do was design the house. I didn't care about the people.
That's a very hard. I tried so desperately to get into that game. I could not do it. It would be a horrible experience for me to try to stream something like that. I get why people love it, but like.
Yeah, I love the designing and the building and the decorating, and the people are starving to death in the corner. And
I kind of feel the same way about like that as I do like Minecraft. I know people love Minecraft because the world building, but to listen to that music and the blocks being placed down is just so. It's miserable for me. Like I can't do unless I have people playing with me. I can't do it.
Oh, it's something. Hi, Cree.
So
welcome.
how did you come out with the logo? I really like your logo.
Oh, the clown?
Yeah.
My sister did that, and it's actually based on the clown right behind me. I call him Jasper. Yeah, it's kind of cut off, but it's pretty much him with my hair and my normal beanie I wear.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, my sister designed it. She's like an artist and everything, and I liked it so much. Yeah,
that's cute.
Yeah, he is cute. And Raven, same thing. Would just build the house. Yeah, I didn't care about the people. I just wanted to build the house. And they don't have anything like that where you could just, that I know of anyway, where you could just play something and you design and all of that. And there's always some kind of dumb stuff you got to do to earn blocks or whatever. I don't want to go through all of that.
Nope.
And okay, here's Zombie says, which is why I enjoy your content. So pretty much what him just doing his thing and
that's the best way.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
just try to. I don't know. I feel like writing stuff It's just, it doesn't feel, I wouldn't say legitimate. It just doesn't feel like it's coming from the person you are, if that makes sense. I mean, sometimes it does, because it does help people. Some people really need to write stuff down to make sure they get what they want to say right. And they do, express themselves on paper, and they just relay it to the camera. Yeah. But for me, I would much rather just focus on talking to the camera like I'm talking to anybody, and just, if I mess up, I'll cut it and I'll edit it.
Just leave it out there.
Yeah. Well,
I have done
a teleprompt too that they read off of.
Yeah, yep. I can't do that either, because like you said, it sounds like you're programmed. It's not natural. So you're better off just doing it, saying it, and see what happens.
Yeah.
I know, that's just the way I look at it. Okay, Cree has a question. Jorden, I've watched you change when it comes to the paranormal, and it kind of hurts to see. Do you feel as if you have become more cynical when it comes to the paranormal?
I mean, I feel like I definitely have become more critical. I think I've become like, I mean, it's no surprise. I mean, it's not really anything new. I mean, I've always been kind of somebody who's always kind of said, like, go into paranormal investigations with a grain of salt. Even when people maybe believe that something's paranormal and it looks like it maybe could, there's also that possibility it might not be. And I mean, that's always kind of something I always feel like is like, keep that at the back of your mind. Just, because I really hate when my hopes are raised to a point to where if it's crushed, it just defeats me. Like, it just really drains me. The whole Satori and Cody thing was that like moment for me. Cause like I went downstairs and I showed my entire family their method, and I was excited. I was really naive. I was excited, and they got excited, and they thought that was really cool that we have an actual discussion with the other side. And when I found all these debunking videos, I thank those debunkers, because I would never have known that someone could tap their toes like that or put on a show like that the way they did without those debunkers. And they really, I feel like, saved a lot of people from kind of falling for that lie. Cause like I fell for the lie, and I got spat in the face. That's how it felt. Complete spat in the face. And it rubbed me the wrong way so bad that I just viewed paranormal content in a different light ever since that series came out. I still think it's like probably the most controversial paranormal videos I've seen ever.
Yeah, sure. It was amazing, but then when it started, people talking about the toe tapping thing and thinking, "Oh my god," because I could do that. I used to do it all the time as a kid.
Yeah,
and I never thought about how it echoes when it is in a shoe. So
no, me either.
Yeah, I never paid any attention.
Do you so where do you typically get your research? And do you follow back on like other like debunker channels as well, or?
I mean, I pretty much all my research, I actually watch videos. I mean, that's kind of how I've learned throughout this entire time, was watching other people and seeing what they have to say. I mean, again, I go back to like Mythos Paranormal for showing me firsthand how this flashlight method works, and how people in bigger paranormal channels keep using those flashlights. But in reality, it's just the coil kind of touching the battery at the perfect spot. And it's just repeatedly asking questions until it lights up. And then you just cut everything else out, and you keep the moments where it lights up, and you just go with it. And I never would have known any of that stuff. I wouldn't have put two and two together that, because the thing is, I give a lot of people a lot of leeway. I give them the benefit of the doubt that they will do better than lie, and to treat everybody like idiots, because that's kind of what they're doing, is they're treating everybody like idiots. Like, you wouldn't think about that. And that's why I love debunker channels, because they just really kind of slap those people in the face and just say, no, you're lying, just outright lying.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
Joe says that, the flashlight trick was debunked over 20 years ago. Yeah.
Some people still believe in it, though.
Oh, yes, they do.
Flashlight. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your overall feeling of all of the gadgets?
Some are cool. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, obviously, EMF readers, I don't buy them one bit, but I do think they're obviously kind of, in a weird sense, when it comes to the paranormal, a little bit iconic, because, people always associate those things with the paranormal and ghost hunting. So, I mean, they look cool. They seem fun, but I truthfully do not trust almost anything that I've seen people sell. Maybe the only one that kind of is interesting to me is, and I thank Mythos again for this too, is the music box, because sometimes those music boxes, depending on who's making them and who's distributing them, are actually seems like very effective. Like you actually have to do a lot to make one of those things go off. But other than that, I mean, I really have a hard time trusting like REM pods. I have a hard time trusting EMF readers and all that stuff. I think they're cool, but
Right. And it's, just an experiment. Hi, Sean.
Yeah,
Welcome.
exactly.
Hi, Miss Sammy. How's it going? Because I always tell the people, I have to stay on the fence because of what I do. But I always say, listen, it's an experiment, just like everything else that we do in this field.
Yep.
I'm not closing the door on it. Do your experiments, collect your data, and maybe someday.
The one thing, like, and that's the thing, like if I'm using those equipment, if I'm using any of them, I look for consistency, like in the questions and the responses I'm getting, if anything. So yeah, it's absolutely an experiment.
So, but that's why I always tell everybody, even though they go, oh, we have it on video. No, write it down. Old fashioned paper, pencil, catalog it, write it down. So then when you do go back to that same location, you got your time, what happened, what room, what was the temperature at that time, the air quality, all of it, the whole nine, all of it documented, so that when you're back there in that same spot, see if you get the same kind of results.
Right.
There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, people just really don't realize it. Cree wants to know, do you think that Jason Hawes gets a bad rap because he refuses to say anything about his daughter and Cody?
Oh man. Like in my personal opinion, and I might get some heat for this, and that's okay. That's okay. I always kind of said I don't really blame him for not coming out to the public and saying that his daughter's a liar. Like I mean, I don't blame him for that.
Right.
It's not really something I'm going to hold him accountable for. I get it. So, I mean,
I agree with you on that. Yeah. I mean, he's going to protect his daughter.
Yeah. I always like Jason though. He's really the guy that got me into the paranormal. I used to watch Ghost Hunters all the time as a kid.
Me as well.
Since day one, I watched Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just loved it. And I loved their procedure, the way they did it. The way they sat down afterwards and picked it all apart and debunked whatever they could.
Love that so much.
That was just like, totally new wave, because back then nobody ever did any of that. So these guys, had a handle on it. But yeah, I mean, if it was me and it was my kid, I would say, listen, you're getting some bad, press here. You guys need to know.
Well, even he said that too. I'm pretty sure he came out and said, like, I'm not going to comment like on that because I'm biased. It's my kid.
Right.
And he was honest. Like, I appreciate that.
So yeah, Joe said the biggest thing to learn: never trust your equipment, and never trust the history you are told regarding a haunted location. And
that blows my mind. I've actually been recently trying to like figure out some of these places, because that's been brought to my attention, is that a lot of places are not being honest about their location's history, and they just go off the rails. What was the one that I'm not going to say its name because apparently they're very touchy, but they are very, I mean, even listening to the stories that they were telling in certain videos, I'm kind of like, that seems a bit ridiculous. Like that seems like everything is like haunted. And
I'm sure you've been keeping up with like what Joe and Don have been going through.
That's kind of, the yeah, for sure.
And the stuff they found out was amazing. And they're still battling that. It's just ridiculous.
Completely.
Cree says, Adelaide Haunted Horizons says that equipment only tells them something wrong has changed in the environment, and it's up to them to prove why. Like I said, I think people depend too much on the equipment.
Yep.
And your best equipment is your own intuition.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh.
I agree.
Cree also says, I agree, Jordan, and have said the same thing about Jason. Yeah, he's just not gonna drag his kid through the mud.
No, he's not. So. Nobody should ever have expected him to do that. Nobody.
Sandra needs to investigate Crystal's house. Oh yeah, she must have watched the video. I told you, I always gave everybody warning. Don't watch that without as long as you're not drinking, because I did. I spit soda all over. Yeah, and Joe was lucky. So investigating with Jason was a lot of fun.
I saw that. I was actually supposed
They
to
must
go
have
on
been
an
great.
investigation with Joe at one point, and I completely missed the opportunity because I was so busy at work. I had just started my new job at the security guard, so I couldn't
Oh,
uh,
that
do it.
stinks.
Yeah, he invited me, and I felt so bad. It was him and Boo Productions, I think, and they went to
Oh
the
man.
Monroe House, and I was like, dang, I feel so bad. That's why, again, I want to get more into collaborations because I want to get out there and do this stuff.
All right. Al says Yasko cracks me up. Yasko is a piece of work. I just I don't know, man. Let's see. Jimmy says, what do you do to make your bedhead so bedheady?
Live,
Where's the
be
knit hat?
alive. Yeah, it just happens. I swear to God.
It's natural.
Yep, it really is.
Okay, Joe says she's right. Equipment only tells us something within the environment changed. It's not specific, and unfortunately, people will interpret as something paranormal rather than natural. And yeah, I do agree with that. It's automatic. Oh, it's paranormal. It's paranormal. I don't know. Yeah.
Hello, Face the Ace. Welcome.
Oh, hello, sir. I know I'm behind. I'm trying to catch everybody's thing here. And Chris says, yeah, the problem with your own intuition is that it makes it a personal experience and not a proven fact. Yeah, it could, but see, that's where you got to draw the line. You got to, you hear something, scurrying around. All right. Oh, it's paranormal. No, my intuition is telling me that it's either a rodent of some sort or, bugs or something. You just don't jump on the paranormal bandwagon.
No.
That's pretty much what I'm getting at. Wayne, let's see. Question. Have you watched your Wrestler on Spaghetti's channel?
I have, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have. And crazy that my character is like kicking a lot of ass. It's blowing my mind. Like, I have no idea how that's happening.
Good for you. I try to catch as many of them as I can. They're really good. Cree says, Jordan, what do you think about people that do house investigations like Paranormal Nightmare and others?
Yeah, so like going into people's personal homes and scaring them half to death, making them think that their house is infested with demons and things like that. I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff. It's like that can really affect someone's mental health. I mean, there are people who genuinely believe their places are haunted, and who knows what they have going on around them that could be influencing, I mean, that psychological mindset. Like and for people to go into their houses and build the fear and stir the fear, making them think that they need to get like exorcisms and make them think that they need to like evacuate the house, the place that they live. I don't know. It just really rubs me the wrong way, to be honest, in a lot of situations I've heard of, at least.
Cree says, what about the Scream Seg and PQ heard at the Washoe Club? Joe says he also heard a scream. No one knows what it was, if it was animal, person, or other.
I thought they said it's possibly a mountain cat, right?
I heard that as well.
I'm trying to think of the scream. I feel like I might have seen it, maybe heard it in Side Eye Guy's most recent video to get an idea. I think that's the one you guys are talking about.
Right.
I think I said like it could be someone outside screaming. I mean, it literally could, but
yeah. See, it's hard for us to even say because we weren't there. We didn't hear it. So we really can't do a call on that one. Raven says, yeah, that scream very close to a mountain lion.
Yeah, I actually played a mountain lion, and it's very similar.
Very similar.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and of course, the old saying, when in doubt, throw it out. So
didn't it happen like twice, the scream?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, when them were on it, the investigation, they heard it, and then when Joe went, he said he had also heard it. So it could have been, it could have been a mountain lion. Could have been something else. Hi, Dawn, sweetie. How's it going?
Hey, Dawn.
Wayne says that, it could have been a mountain lion, but to me, it was more female sounding. But who knows? Yeah, see, it's hard because we weren't there. So that's where you can't make the call because you're not sure. You didn't hear it with your own ears. Megan says yes, 2 times with SEG. I think it was a mountain lion. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. Everybody thought it was.
And also, if it was like a distance away, even a distance from a scream, I mean, that could even make it sound like from a distance, or like on camera, through a camera, maybe it could come off like a womanly scream.
Right. And there's birds too that do that, where you could be out in the woods and you could hear this hellish noise, and it's usually like owls and stuff that have that screech,
like a loon, like
and you're
those
thinking
birds,
somebody's being murdered. I mean, it's horrible.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. So many people investigate so many different ways that it's hard to prove anything. Do you think we need to set a standard or rules for investigating?
Oh man, that's kind of tough. It's kind of a tough question to answer, honestly. I feel like everybody just kind of goes with their own flow. I mean, everybody has their own style. You can't really. I don't know. That one's tough.
Right.
I mean, I kind of do my own thing. I go for what I believe in when it comes to like using certain equipment. But
we had that discussion before that, first of all, who is going to make up the guidelines for the paranormal field? You would have to have a committee established of scientists and researchers to come up with guidelines. But how can you have guidelines for the unknown?
You really can't. I don't think you can.
So it would never work.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say, well, we need to have, rules, guidelines, but it just doesn't work.
Well, I think certain places don't allow certain pieces of equipment as well, right? Like I know a couple places that don't allow Ouija boards. So
right, yeah,
that's the
everybody has their own
onus
set of
themselves,
rules.
or yeah.
Yeah, Joe said, I have no idea what it was. I just know what it sounded like. We looked to see what it was, but nothing. So yeah,
it's not an impossibility though.
No. All right. Oh, and then Chris Cree has a message for Joe. Or what about you, Joe? What kind of changes do you think should be made when it comes to investigating? I think people, need to step it up a couple of notches. And we're seeing all the same things.
Yeah. Plus, too, it's like all these like famous locations. It's like a story always gets added on it, or it changes, and it ends up not being true. It's like there's so many like different stories.
Right.
No,
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say the one bit of equipment I really can't stand that people use are the phone apps.
I hate phone apps.
I cannot stand the phone apps.
Yeah, there's just too much that can go wrong with that, and it's let's see. Okay, first I'm going to read the thing you said before, Cree. She said, just understand that the question I do. Sorry, he jumped. I asked, do not mean I feel anything was paranormal. I feel it needs to be looked into and see what we can find. No, I agree with you. And it says, Laura, I only asked because the direction we're going in now, nothing will ever be proof enough for the skeptics. You know how I look at this, Cree? Skeptics, no matter if the ghosts come up and kick them dead in the face, they're not going to believe it. There's just nothing that is going to make them change how they believe. I think that's pretty much it. And, like a side-eye guy, when he goes on an investigation, he's already going in there with the mindset that it's all BS. If you're not open to an experience, it's never going to happen to you. And just like I said, it's like Joe says, the proof he wants is where it actually comes up and just stick something right up his ass. Then he'll know, that he's got something going on. But even if that happened to a skeptic, I mean, this is how I believe they're not open enough to accept truth in this field. So, I mean, like I said, the ghost could come up and just slap them right in the face, and they would come up with some reason that something else did it.
Actually, I think a channel, I can't remember the name of it. Paranormal Nightmare, maybe. Apparently, they just came out with a video with Side Eye Guy, and I'm not sure if it's clickbait or not, but apparently something happened apparently with like one of the skeptics that they brought with them, and apparently they're a believer now. I don't know what context that is. You know, I haven't seen the video, but I just know Side Guy was on like the thumbnail and everything, and I'm just sitting here like I'm gonna have to check that video out because I want to see what could have happened to any of these guys that made them change their minds, if that is what happened.
Right. Joe says, it's funny how most locations say hell no to the use of Ouija boards, but they have them at their locations.
Oh,
I know.
like he's probably referring to the Conjuring house.
And they're all over the place, but don't you bring one.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm.
Let's see. Cree says she doesn't mind the phone apps. It's the SLS. I can't stand it.
Oh, the SLS is funny.
It makes me laugh. I'm
on
sorry.
Phone apps. Especially if you go to cemeteries. Oh my God. Funny.
Let's see here. Don says, don't let dipshit investigate. Brutal honesty there. Kind of joking. Kind of not based on what I've seen over 20 years. Yeah, it's...
Mm-hmm.
It is. And I agree. We're really not... It doesn't seem like we're going anywhere because nothing is changing. Hi, Steph. How's it going, sweetie? I think, yeah, we need to change it up and see what we can do.
Hey, Mark. Good to see you.
Now, see, Raven says, I'm a skeptic, but I want to believe. And that's good. As long as, yeah, if you can leave that door open, because there's a lot of people. My husband's a skeptic. But I'll tell you, I guarantee you, if I told him the stuff that went on in our house, he'd be packing up and moving out. Because he don't want to hear it. But he also doesn't want to believe it. Hello, Mark. How's it going?
I mean, you have to have personal encounter yourself, in order, you truly believe yourself that something happened. Like with me going through, the black magic and everything like that, it's like I had a personal experience and only you could actually acknowledge that, if you've gone through it.
Right. I think it's with anything that you do in this field, anybody, like a lot of people don't believe in demons. Mm-hmm. But I've known people who have actually had an experience. Now, if you want to call it a demon or a bad, angry spirit, whatever you want to call it, the evil is out there and they've experienced it firsthand. And you don't have to take their word for it, but you can't tell anybody that their own experience isn't real because we aren't there. You can question it, react to it, and have your opinion. But I would never say, well, Susan's full of shit. That never really happened. I don't know that because I wasn't there.
Jorden, do you feel that there's life after death?
Life after death? I mean, personally, yes, I do. I think, I even think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it was even scientifically proven that, you can't destroy energy or make energy. So like something happens to your energy when you pass. I think that's that's scientifically proven too, that is a reality. Like, now I don't know what that, consists of or insists of means, but I do believe something happens. Yeah.
We go somewhere. There's a spark that's inside of everybody that makes us live.
Yeah. What about reincarnation?
That one's tough. I don't know about reincarnation. I guess it's like not an impossibility. I mean, that's for sure. It's not impossible, but I kind of, to be honest, I kind of would rather reincarnation not exist because I don't want to have to live another life on planet Earth. I just want to be like, that's it. I'm good. Like,
see, I wouldn't mind being reincarnated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd do it again. I don't know. I think the planet we live on is just amazing. And I want to enjoy every second of it that I can. So, I mean, if I get another try, hopefully it'll be easier the second time around.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being, an animal.
I don't know, man. Because then you think about, the first thing I think about is bugs. Like you have fleas or ticks.
Get squashed.
Or hunting or being eaten by another animal.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I know. It's pretty rough. So there's too many downsides to that. Wayne wants to know, does Jorden have any investigating plans for the future?
Right now, not on the top of my mind. Like I haven't thought about like going out and doing something on my own time. But at some point in the future, I mean, I'd love to get back out there and try that stuff again because it was fun and it was a cool experience to do. So, potentially, even with collaborators, I think there might be some people who want to collaborate and go to some of these places. So there might be a possibility on someone else's channel, but for my channel, at least not right now.
All right. So let's see. Cree says, to me, there's a difference between evil and demonic. That's what upsets me. Evil doesn't mean demons. Well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And Bill's just letting everybody know that he ate an entire pizza. Get out of here. You ate a whole pizza. Oh my God.
Hey, Friday. Good to see you.
Friday's here. I'm how far behind am I, guys? Oh my God. I just don't want to miss anybody's questions. All right, here Mark says, in reincarnation, I think he means if reincarnation is a real thing, what happens when life on Earth is gone? I mean, when the sun dies, the Earth dies, for example. Good question.
That's a very good question, actually. I think we just sit there. Yeah, we come back and we just sit there. I think
the Earth gets honestly like a transformation, like it did with the dinosaurs. It dies off and then it gets reborn.
Yeah, but eventually the planet will burn out. I mean, I think all planets have a lifespan, and that's it. And that's why they're scrambling to find life where we can exist somewhere else. So we can screw up another, piece of rock.
Mm-hmm.
So, Joe says, Jordan, you are a sexy animal. Wow.
Thank you.
Calm down, Joe. Calm down. Cree wants to know, Jordan, how have things been going on buying the house?
I think they're going pretty smoothly. Obviously it's a stressful process, doing something like this, but everything's going pretty okay, I think.
It's exciting.
It is very exciting.
Yes. And then good for you. Yeah, my son just bought his first house.
Oh, good.
It's a bittersweet because I was very excited for him. He waited a long time because I agreed with him. Why pay for somebody else's mortgage? You could pay your own mortgage. So you could stay as long as you want at home. And that's what he did. And it's been 2 months now. They've been in the house. And
dope.
It's, like I said, Joseph was my wingman. So I'm missing him. But I'll get over it. My husband's happy because there's leftovers in the refrigerator. Oh, God. Okay, let's see. I got to get caught up. Let's see. For some reason, you're not. Okay, yes, please. Yes, sub to Jordan's channel, guys. Joe says math doesn't always add up to reincarnation. Let's see. And Hart says the only thing that is guaranteed, constant, never changing is time. And that's the truth. So whatever death brings, life follows. Exactly. That's truth right there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sandra says that I deal with the end of life in my job. Some things I've never heard and seen from the person at the end of life is strange. So something is going on, just not sure what. This is why I'm so interested in the paranormal. Exactly. I've heard stories that, end of lifetime, you see the person do and say some strange things. And it's we don't see what they're saying. Oh, there we go. Wayne's thinking maybe we replay our lives out all over again on some kind of loop.
Like actually relive, you said replay it. So are you actually living the life or actually watching it go in a loop? I don't know if I want to live my life again.
All over again. Well,
not the same one.
If we have the ability to, change the mistakes, that'd be awesome. But, isn't that pretty much the premise of reincarnation? Is the purpose that you're being reincarnated is because you didn't finish what you were supposed to. So you have to go back and do it all over again until, you get it right. I think that's pretty much, the...
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very possible. Yeah.
And Mr. Friday, it's so good to see you, Friday. I hope you're feeling good. My take on it is This is a simulation. Oh, please, Friday, don't tell us that. No. Simulation for learning how to be better soul by experiencing trials and error. Okay. I don't know. That's the thing. We just don't know. Let's see. Jordan, what got you so interested in horror movies and the paranormal?
That's really tough to kind of explain. It's just I kind of just lean towards that stuff. Probably when I was like 4 years old, my sister snuck on a Friday the 13th movie marathon, and really, I guess that sparked my interest in it. Then I started watching Goosebumps, and I started watching all this horror stuff, and I don't know. I guess it's just something I just got a passion about at this point.
So there's just some. Well, because you said you had your own experience. So
Yep.
then when you get older, other things go on. So you're like, well, hey, there actually is, a field that I can investigate to maybe try to find the answers.
Oh, yeah.
And I think every one of us that's had our own experiences had that same thought. Well, this is how else am I going to find out any answers unless I get into this?
Exactly. Go for it.
Yeah. Cree says, my mom was talking to her brother and mother that had passed away years prior to her death. And the things she said came to be. It was interesting. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. There's got to be something because nobody comes back for you. But people are saying things that where are they getting this stuff from? Because they say that the family members come back and help cross you over, or they greet you as you're passing. And they're actually, when you see a lot of them, and I'm sure Sandra said, like, working in that field, you've got somebody who's passing away, a family member, and you're sitting there with them, and they're having a conversation with somebody else in the room. So what's that all about? So, yeah, it's
like when they always like get to a certain point in their lives, like at a certain age, they start saying like they've had dreams about their family members who have passed. And that is always, that's always been an interesting thing. Mm-hmm. Like no explanation for that.
I do believe that they do visit you in your dreams. Maybe help with warnings or something that's going on, and they're letting you know through the dream. Mark says, what's really crazy is the idea that we're all living every possibility of things in life, and it's all split into a multiverse. It's
I don't know if my brain can handle that.
I know it's some heavy stuff there.
It's a lot.
Okay. Megan wants to know, okay, deja vu. What's your thoughts on it and why it happens?
I've very bizarre. I've had those dreams, like those situations where it feels so realistic. And then one day you're walking out and then you just relive that exact same moment you dreamt about. And you're like, holy, like I saw this before. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty neat. Honestly, it's a neat feeling.
Yeah. Happens to me all the time. It's really annoying sometimes. So it's, Steph says, a question, thoughts on aliens and UFOs, believer, non-believer? If you already addressed this earlier, I missed it. I was late. We didn't address it yet.
I'm a believer.
So cryptids like Bigfoot and stuff like that.
Oh, I mean, I here's the thing. Like, I know there's and this is probably where the reason why I take a step back is because I'm I watch a lot of videos. I'm a reactor. I watch a lot of videos, and I got to say, it's probably the content creators online that have kind of diminished my belief in a sense of certain cryptids and certain things, because when I watch certain videos and I see the really crappy quality cameras that are being filmed in like today's time, and they're showing like some creature running off in the distance and you can't make it out what it is. I just feel like there's too many flawed videos of these supposed things. Like, what a coincidence. The camera you're using is so crappy while this thing is deciding to run out in front of you. And that stuff it seems so obvious. Yeah. And I feel like I don't trust in a lot of people who, it's hard because it's like I want to trust people. I want to take their word for it, but at the same time, I'm also now more aware that people say these things for the internet, for the views, the clicks online, because they know people will jump on that to see a real Bigfoot and claim it's a real one, when in reality it's not that. It's just them putting something together and kind of throwing in front of people to hope that that video will get shared everywhere. But I personally, like, it's more of a choice thing. I choose to believe in Bigfoot. I choose to believe in aliens and UFOs because I think it's fun to believe in that stuff, and I want it to be real. So I'm going to put my personal belief, I'm going to believe in them until the day I factually get proven otherwise, So I'll probably die.
It's always fun to believe in a little magic.
I'll probably die believing, that stuff.
Oh yeah, because the stuff also asks, also Bigfoot. And would you go on a 3-week adventure looking for him?
Yep. Me and Andrew Stone Rock were actually talking about doing a video looking for Bigfoot and having fun doing it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hi, Jonathan. Good to see you, Jonathan. So yeah, it's why not? Like I said, when you get into the serious side of things, that's when all the magic disappears, and it's. You got to have a little room for the magic, Let's see. Megan says that they sat. I think she meant to say set. They say deja vu happens when you die in another parallel universe. I don't know. It drives me insane.
It's an interesting theory. That's tough. I don't know.
Let's see. What if Jimmy says, what if there was a cryptid that was related to Bigfoot, but it's called Big Boobs? That's the missus. Oh God. Let's see. Steph says Jay Karts is my new boyfriend. Ooh.
Oh, because I said I believe in
believe in all that. That's it. You're getting groupies. Piggy said I would love to bring my tent and look for Bigfoot with you, Jay Karts. Fun. I'd
love to go look for all that stuff. Like I really would. Mothman. I mean, I would love to. I just think that's so fascinating. Yeah.
Stone Rock is tall enough. If he wants a lot more, if he was a lot more hairy, he could pass for Bigfoot.
Hey, Noah.
I'm sure he'll be happy to know that Friday. Oh, let's see. And it's Noah, Sir Noah. How you doing, sweetie? I'm glad you could pop in and hang out with us. Let's see. We were looking for fairies in Ireland with Dawson. Yeah.
That sounds like a great time.
A lot of people I heard have been doing that.
I mean, I know it's weird. I love nostalgia. Nostalgia is one of my favorite feelings ever. And what we used to do as kids, because the school we went to was awesome as elementary students, what they would do for like St. Patrick's Day is they would have us make leprechaun traps. And then they'd have us place them everywhere. And then on St. Patrick's Day, one of the teachers would get small shoes, put them in green paint, and like walk around the school with them and make it look like a leprechaun walk through the school. And that was like the coolest feeling ever.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
Hi, Greg. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Oh, yeah, that's really cool. So we didn't do anything like that in school.
Every holiday was like something special.
Man, how depressing that was. I would have had a ball with that. Megan says, Raven, look for mushrooms in a circle. And that's where the fairies hang out? I've never heard that one. Okay. Let's see. Brooklyn. Oh, you're the girlfriend. Sorry, I meant sugar daddy. Oh, he's safe. He's safe. Let's see. Maybe this was answered before, but what got you into reporting on things you do?
Like just talking about certain subjects, I guess, maybe like with certain drama between like paranormal content creators and whatnot. I mean, I guess a lot of us, a lot of people are interested in certain drama when it happens, and I only cover the ones that I'm genuinely interested in. If it's somebody that I have a lot of respect for, if it's somebody that I'm interested to know more about, I normally kind of lean into that kind of stuff. And sometimes I do movie news, like upcoming horror films and whatnot. And I really don't know. I guess if I want to talk about something, I will get in front of the camera and talk with my audience about it and see if there's anybody here who might find it as interesting as I do. I mean, that's basically, yeah, I think that's it. Long story short.
There you go. So let's see here. Mark says, school about 6. They said there was naughty fairies and we all had nets to try to find them. When we came into the classroom and all the pencils and books were everywhere and they made little footprints in paint. Oh, so you guys had fun with that. We didn't do that in school.
So good. So neat. It's so neat. And it really makes you excited to believe in stuff like that. It makes you enthusiastic about that kind of stuff. That's kind of probably why I low key want all this stuff to be real, because I would love for one day to have that feeling like, oh my God, it actually does exist.
Right.
Like I would love if leprechauns existed. I think that'd be the coolest thing ever.
Wouldn't that be the shit if it all was? And there you go. Let's see. Okay. No rumors. They're not dating. Nip that in the bud. We know how the internet can be. Oh, well, we didn't ask Jorden about his private life, so he wants to keep that private. Got to get back to work. Everyone, have a great one, Jorden. I'll see you on your next vid. Thanks for having the stream, Laura and Carl. You are very, very welcome, Friday. Thank you for joining us. Don't work too hard. Try to stay cool. It's awful. This weather's just...
I know, it's horrible.
And I don't think it's ever going to break. I'm never going to get my lawn cut. It's just too hot. But keep the questions coming, guys. Let's see. A collaboration between Jorden and Andrew would be epic.
Yes.
That's what Wayne is saying. So.
Yep, we're planning on doing a lot of stuff soon.
They're planning on it. Wonderful, wonderful. Now that we've mentioned Andrew, is there any updates on Andrew? Is he doing okay?
It's tough. He's in a kind of tough position right now, and it's understandable as all heck. I mean, it seems like a lot of people have been checking out his GoFundMe though. Recently,
Good.
I found out his transmission went out on his vehicle, which has made it difficult for him to get around and do the things he needs to do.
Yeah.
So people have been checking out his GoFundMe, and I encourage anybody to actually go over there. And if you have anything, help support it, because he's in a struggling situation right now.
Right.
That's for sure.
I heard that the other day and I was worried. I'm thinking, because you could only stay on the side of the road for a little while and then they start towing you away, and then he's really in deep. Creases, I've already asked a lot and I don't want to overwhelm you. No, ask any question you want. I've always told you that, Cree.
Yep,
hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, Ryan. Now, there's the guy you talked to about cryptids is Ryan. How do we find his GoFundMe? Raven, if you can find that and post it, that would be awesome. I would appreciate it. Also, everybody that's leaving, thank you for joining us. And thank you if you guys became members. I'm really excited that I'd be able to do that now. It's really cool, and I really appreciate it, everybody. Cree, you are a question person. That's right. Ask the questions, ask away. Mothman is a real cryptid. That's what Ryan is saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Raven, if you could find Andrew's GoFundMe,
yes,
and post it, that would be great.
Yeah, so everybody can just, even a couple of bucks, guys, 50 cents, whatever. I was just, I thought I had bad luck. And this poor guy just keeps getting kicked in the gut. So hopefully, they won't bother him while he's waiting to repair the vehicle. I feel really bad for him. Christ, if we were close by, I'd have my son go over and fix it for him. Yes, Mark. Yes, I am officially monetized. So yeah, everybody can be a member if they want, or all the fun stuff. Let's see. Yeah. Have you seen the butt on the Mothman statue? No.
I have, yeah. It's all over those Mothman fan pages.
Oh, thank you,
I-
Raven, for
I didn't
posting it.
see that. Yes, thanks, sweetie. Yeah, if you guys could just help, whatever you can do, so he can get it back on his feet. Jimmy says here, what are your favorite paranormal groups and or documentaries?
Oof.
That's
It's
so
a
hard.
it's a good question. I mean, the ones that come to my mind, the ones that I obviously would recommend are checking out Beardo Gets Scared, Mythos Paranormal, Side Eye Guy, who's been doing paranormal investigations lately. Recommend those guys. They've been doing really good with that stuff. The few times I've watched the Ouija Brothers, they've done really good investigations. I love the original Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
Really love those guys. Documentaries.
I like Jimmy's.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, a little biased. I like Jimmy's. Thank you, ABZ. Thank you so much, Derry. And Raven posted the link so that somebody can, if you want to donate to Andrew again, she posted the link. So, okay, here we go. Cree saying, Jordan, did you ever get to see the Harrisville Haunting or Ghosts of Carmel, Maine, the Adelaide Haunting Horizons Paranormal Quest?
Oof. I really, honestly, I don't think I have, honestly. Harrisville Haunting, isn't that the one made by Joe?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I thought. No, I have not seen it, but I've been wanting to check it out.
So yeah, definitely check him out. Check out Jimmy's, the Ghosts of Carmel, Maine.
It's on Tubi, right?
He's got he used to be on Tuesdays, but now he's rescoring it because of, I think it's copyright stuff, Jimmy. Am I correct? So he's got to rescore it and resend it in because somebody did pick it up. But you know how it is. You got to tweak it, fine tune it. But I definitely think he deserves an award for that documentary. It's really good. Ryan says, I will be back at the Mothman Museum, Point Pleasant, this next few days on my way back from Iowa to Virginia. Amazing place. Oh, all right. So you're going to be going live, Ryan, so that we can see? That would be cool. Megan says there is a Mothman, Goatman, Pitman. I never heard of that one.
Goatman?
I've heard of the Goatman and the Mothman. I've heard of Dogman.
Huh. Yeah, Dogman.
Why they gotta be all men? How they know it's men? I don't. Good question.
Know.
I don't know.
That's fair. Fair, honestly.
Yeah.
She said pig man, not okay. I haven't heard of pig man either, but okay.
No, that's a good point though.
Right. Well, I think it's just because whoever has that first experience, it's probably down through the generations that somebody just said, "Oh, we'll call it this." Back in the day, everything was run by men, so they had the option to make up the names. Jimmy says, "Yeah, that's true. I'm almost finished." I know. I keep catching tidbits of it, Jimmy. Let's see. Oh, and Joe said the Harrisville Haunting, basically on every stream service, including Tubi. Okay. So that's where you can see that. My hat's off to these guys because doing that stuff is so hard.
Documentaries?
Yes. It's so much work. It's so hard. And I'm not a big fan of editing, so there'll be no documentaries from me, guys. Sorry. You've heard me say it many times. I don't edit. I just put it out there raw in your face, and that's it. Because I just don't have the patience. Let's see. Cree says the Ghost of Carmel, Maine has one of the best debunks ever, and it's one of my top 3 documentaries.
Dang.
Yeah.
Building the hype.
Jimmy did it good. Let's see. Joe said certain individuals decided to try to use Jimmy's documentary against me, even though I wasn't talking about them. Get out, really?
That's crazy.
You know what? What is wrong with people? Somebody's doing good, and instead of helping to build them up, they've got to try to kick them and knock them down. It's jealousy. I don't know. I have no idea. It's just and then of course then there's just your basic loons that like to hang out and bother everybody. Ryan said, really appreciate all you kind of been out of the loop. Yes, I will be live tonight at the abandoned house in Iowa in an hour. Yeah, I seen that the other night you were on. Or so in Mothman. Yes, I will try to go live a few days. Okay, great. Oh, and there you go. Raven posted the link for the Harrisville haunting.
Oh, sweet.
Greg, the Mothman Museum is very neat location. I was there about 3 years ago, and I think he wanted to say I want to attend the Mothman Festival. Goatsman Bridge and I think she meant to say Pigman again. Pittman was the pig farmer who wore the pig head. Oh. The guy that wore the pig head who was murdering people in the woods.
Oh, okay.
That's intense.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Every time I think of the Goatman's Bridge, I think of that Ghost Adventures episode where Zach and all of them go to Goatman's Bridge, and Aaron, I swear to God, Aaron gets apparently like thrown 10 feet in the air. And he has the most calmest reaction to it I have ever seen. Like, I would have had a heart attack if that happened to me.
Yeah, those guys are all full of it.
I always like go back to that. He's like saying "bro" every 2 seconds, and he's like,
they're annoying. Well, I've said it before. People hear me say it. Ghost Adventure. When they throw that brick at us, I'm thinking, please, something just pick that brick up and fling it through the air just to shut them up. But yeah, that doesn't happen. And unfortunately, I do know somebody that have worked with them, and I know the behind the scenes. So it's
apparently a lot of stuff behind the scenes has been coming to the light lately.
Yeah, don't put too much faith in them guys.
No, they're entertaining though.
Yeah, that's about it.
They're very entertaining.
ABZ just sent $50. Does he know he got something he can take? If not, I'm sure Jorden can let him know that people have donated. And that's very generous of you, sweetie. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's going to appreciate that.
Great. Thank you.
Let's see. Steph said, what about melon heads? Any places that say they're around? They were said to be around here when I was growing up. And no, I'm not one. I've never heard of melon heads.
I've never either.
I haven't either.
So I don't know. That one, I'm gonna have to look that up, Steph. I've never heard of that. Yeah, that's right, Ryan. Raw and in your face. That's the way to go. Hi, Earl. Hi, sweetie. How are you? No, I figured, Megan, you meant Pigman. Wonderful. Let's see, Joe. They are also one of the Mythos videos against me as well. Really? Why are they picking on you, Joe? You don't say anything about anybody or do anything. I don't get it. Just subbed Draven. Thank you. Megan, no, don't throw your phone. We all got to deal with the autocorrect. It sucks, I know, but it's Sean. Yes, Sean. A lot of egos
Absolutely.
In the paranormal field.
Oof.
Yeah. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah. We all put our pants on the same way. Except for Jimmy, he doesn't wear pants. He said that, not me. ABZ, no problem. Hope I sent it to the right person. No, I'm sure. Yeah, if you clicked, copied or clicked on the link, it should have showed right up for you. Oh, let's see. Ryan, the Flat Woods Monster, the guy, Ingrid Cold, and a few others are near Point Pleasant. Lots of weird paranormal around West Virginia.
That'd be a great place to just go around and vlog with all the
all this, the
all the
stories.
stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, and then Joe's got Goatman's Bridge in Texas is nothing but a campfire story. It's not real, never happened. I do remember you guys talking about that.
What was the story with Goatman's Bridge? I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. Like I do remember it, but
I to be honest with you, I don't remember the complete, so I don't want to say.
yeah, I feel like
probably wrong.
The story went like along the lines of there was a guy who was like a goat farmer or something like that, and I guess he was like killed and thrown into the actual river that was supposed to go under the bridge, I think is what the story was. But and apparently he like now wears the head of a goat, like the goats that he had and farmed. Like it's something like that, and it's a pretty out there story.
So yeah,
good to see you, Greg.
Yes, Greg. Thank you very much for stopping by. We're glad you enjoyed it. Let's see. And then Ryan says, "Yeah, Jimmy from Ghost Quest is amazing documentary on the Ghost of Karma. Yes, it is. Very good one.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna check out both of the.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, both of them are very good.
Yeah.
Joe, we have somebody on our crew who actually worked for the Ghost Adventures. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I know. It's yeah, I had a family member that was with them, and yeah, it's all staged. It's all Hollywood. Let's see. I don't want to. Joe, I bet you heard something. Kentucky has a goblin, and Little Gray Men. Heller is a good documentary. That one I never heard of.
Someone saying in the chat, "Hi, Anthony Tapia." So there might be a.
Oh,
One
see,
of the
actually,
accounts
I'm
in here.
behind. Sorry,
no,
guys.
you're fine.
Let's see, I'll crow the chat if I have to. Those vendors, Apex nonprofit, and whatever. There's no investigation standards. You wouldn't want to limit your own earning potential. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's all scripted. Dawn says I put my pants on with a struggle. I know, poor Dawn. Dawn, you have to have Joe make a contraption that you could just kind of like jump into your pants until your arms are better. Hi, Marie Jane. Welcome. Remember, guys, be respectful of my guest. If not, my mods will take you out. I don't play. That's just out there. Okay, let's see. Steph, maybe it's because we had all these asylums and then chased them all at the same time. Or sorry, closed them all at the same time. It's a good thing, I'm glad I could read. I think they even referred to melonheads in the AHS Asylum season. Oh,
American Horror Story. I gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to look that up. I'm honest. I've never.
It's been so many years since I've seen that season of American Horror Story.
Now, what I'd like to know is what is the reference? Why melon heads? Did they have bigger heads? Or were they people that had some kind of birth defect, disability, something? Is why they were referred to that? That's what I'd like to know. Hi, Leanne. Welcome. Please, just shoot out those questions. Okay, I see what you're saying. Is that
there's another one further down. The same person.
Two different versions of the story. Different people, but pretty similar to the other one. Oh, Joe's talking about the version of the folklore there. All right. He said there's another one. Yeah. Get rid of it.
Oh, for the Anthony Tapia thing?
That's it. Later. Cree has a question. Do you believe in Angora? Is that I'm saying it right? When something is created by mass thoughts or prayer, usually it ends up being evil, but not always.
So like basically if you imagine or think about something bad, or it will develop into an actual form, I guess. I honestly, I don't know on that one. Not sure if I personally do.
Right. Ryan said the Dover Demon was one of the first melon heads in Dover, Massachusetts. Whoa. Okay.
That's interesting.
Did I say hello, James? I don't know if I did. I apologize if I didn't. Hello, James. All right. Cree, here's a question. Do you think that many of these cryptid stories or demon stories come from urban legends? I think so.
I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, honestly.
But then also you wonder, why did the story come up? Is it just because they were sitting around the campfire and made crap up? Or
That's
something happened?
That's the big question, yeah. Like, which of the two?
All right. No, Joe, he doesn't know how to stop. That's why he got banned. And I was expecting it.
Yep.
And if he bothers me anymore, oh, here we go again. And we just take care of that right there. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right.
Wow, you're quick. I didn't even see it.
Yep. Nope. Out of here. I spotted it. It's gone. But expect more. There'll be more. How many more accounts does this guy have?
Probably 8.
Oh, man.
And actually, I'm surprised nobody has asked you any questions about this.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
Well, it's probably coming now. That's for sure.
Yep. Hello, Miss Candy. How are you?
Hi, Candy.
She says they've been having storms, so I'll probably be lurking. That's okay, sweetie. Send it this way because we need some rain because I'm dying. Oh, that's okay. That's all right, Bill. Raven and Jamie are here. Susan's watching. We're all watching.
Yep.
All right, here we go. What is Leanne says that Canuck Chase in the UK has a legend of black-eyed children. Dan C. Paranormal has done videos on it. Yeah, I've seen stuff on black-eyed children, but I don't know. What do you?
It's kind of a little, like a creepy little tale. I think it's like when these children are supposed to knock at your door, and if you answer them, they're gonna like take you away or something like that. And they have black eyes. It's
really is weird. So it's
I think that's kind of like an urban legend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories about them all over.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's Steph says Katie says I can have it. Yeah, we need some rain here desperately to drop this. The humidity is 95% here.
Yeah, definitely.
Anthony, we don't want to play with you. You just don't want to play well. Yeah. Joe says, dude keeps following me and was sending me messages on Instagram. I'm not the one, bro. Not the one. Yeah, I know. It's
sorry, Joe.
We all just keep
crazy.
blocking him.
Yep, he's relentless.
Okay, well, I'll ask the question, and because everybody's probably wanting to know the same thing, and we already spoke about this. Why hasn't this guy been arrested yet?
So basically, it's a process. Like we're all kind of we feel the same way. We want him to be dealt with like now, but it's just waiting. It's a waiting game at this point. Like everything I feel like is in process to actually happen. It's just a waiting game at this point. Unfortunately, I mean, the second we find out though, we're going to mention it, of course, but
so there you go, guys.
Yeah. It's just a waiting game at this point.
So at least we know what the reason is. Cause like I'm saying,
yep. Everything, screenshots, video recordings, everything, emails have all been sent in. Like everything absolutely has been reported.
So that's
Hey,
good.
Liz, good to see you.
That is good. Let's see, Ryan, I get trolls sometimes are just funny, but some go too far. Yeah, the trolls are usually just a nuisance. but you know, the bolts are loose on this one. So
he's a bit beyond your average troll at this point. He's done some pretty
yeah, he's
serious things.
My trigger figure is ready. All right, Raven. Thank you.
Atta girl. Hi, Liz. Welcome. So at least now you guys know that it is in the process, and hopefully it'll be taken care of before anybody gets hurt. Because that's the first thing I'm thinking of is, you know, I mean, if you're going that far to threaten online, the next step usually is, you know, showing up at somebody's house. So that's what you got to worry about.
Yeah.
Candy, congrats on. Oh yes, thank you over the 500 subs, and so I'm legal, guys. We can have memberships and all that fun stuff. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. And it wouldn't have happened unless you guys, you know, because of you guys. You're the ones that made it happen, and I appreciate it. ABC trolls are bad, but please stop this. Yeah. They're a nuisance. I had that happen when I was on Jeff's show, and we were dealing with that Biff guy, and I ended up on one of my programs over 60.
Oh, so my God. Do you remember that, Laura?
I hold the record for trolls. 60 trolls in my chat.
It was crazy.
Poor Bill had to use, I mean, he must have ended up with trigger finger after that.
That was crazy. I didn't know what was going on.
We were just like, you know, first I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then it kicked in. I'm thinking, oh shit. And then everybody just starts hitting the buttons. I'm thinking, oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's my joke. I say, I have the record.
Yeah, you do.
So it's, thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much. Jamie said, oh yeah, that was a fun night. Yeah. Bill, I almost had a stroke. I know. I could see him panicking. And I'm thinking, oh, it just kept coming and kept coming. I'm thinking, what the hell is this?
You know, a lot of people now, they put PO boxes because they just don't know, you know?
Well, the thing that blows my mind is like what these guys are going through. These people will purposely make up email addresses and new accounts. That takes a lot of work. You're going through all this work just to be an asshole. You don't have anything else to do with your time? I don't know. So it's thank you, ABC.
Awesome.
Hey, lovely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. So I really, my heart goes out to you and Andrew. And you guys have been doing it the right way.
The first time I ranted was on my most recent video. That's the first time I've actually like given an attitude back to this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
After like 10 months of dealing with him.
Right. And good. I was saying good for you because my patience only goes so far.
I know. I agree with you, Raven. It's
I mean, when you cross a line and then that's it, the switch flips and I lose it. So it's
Yeah. I almost snapped the first time when he decided to follow my sisters. That aggravated me. Yeah, that almost got me to snap.
That's
then
crazy.
He did it again. He tried to follow them twice on 2 different accounts, which ticked me off so bad.
I mean, you cross the line when you're going after. Hey, Mike, he's got a beef with you, and it was the dumbest thing, over and done with.
Yep.
You don't go after somebody's family members, like what Beardo went through when they were going after his wife. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
So that tells you that person is not stable, that they're willing to attack your family members.
Yep. And after what he, said to me about me online over that's kind of the reason why I was so uncomfortable with him trying to follow my sisters too. It's like, I know how you are. I don't want you following my family. I don't like at all.
Right. So and it is a concern. So hopefully it'll be over with soon.
I hope.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Hi, Mark.
Because then who wants to walk around always having to look over their shoulder?
Absolutely.
You don't know who's going to show up out there.
Crazy.
I mean, it's bad enough you got to worry about every time you get online, somebody's got to break your chops, and so like people say, some people live for this crap.
Yep, I don't mind. I don't mind bullies and trolls online. They kind of go right by my head. But when you start like making it more private and personal, And I mean, I literally had my house address sent to me. Like the guy, they know where I live.
Wow.
They know where I live. So like,
yeah. And I'd say, yeah, don't show up at my door because you're not leaving.
it's so aggravating. Like the things I've wanted to say on camera, like to this guy, like directly, I just better I don't, honestly.
Yeah, because not for nothing, they do their thing. They don't know what you're capable of.
I mean,
that's the other side of the coin.
Yeah, like he doesn't, he doesn't know me at all. He doesn't have any idea, like
exactly.
And he's just out here just making blatant threats, and it's just aggravating.
Exactly. Just like I said with Beardo, when he said right online, you come face to face with me, I'm going to defend myself.
Beardo has been he's been a hell of a supporter. Like he is one of the nicest guys.
So yeah, that's because he knows what you're going through.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's
so yeah. It's not a nice thing, and people.
Ironically, one of the things that I decided to talk to him about was like how I felt that both the person who was kind of making the deal with Beardo, Proving Demons, I think is the channel that really pushed that. Is ironically when Beardo he got called out recently for lying about Beardo and making all this shit up. He got called out. A1 Solutions was actually one of the people defending Proving Demons and saying that everybody else was in the wrong.
No, see, that's another one that's got some bolts loose. Thank you, Sarah, very much. Thank you.
I felt like they were both cut from the same cloth. Like they both operate and say similar things. And
oh yeah. Now, see, I used to watch him, Proven Demons, until the time where they went into the cemetery. I mean, I thought some of that ritual stuff and thinking, oh, okay, this is making me a little nervous. And then when he did the thing where he picked up the skull, I said, that's it. You're all done.
That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that is somebody's resting place. Yeah. Now, I don't know if it was set up and it was fake. I don't know, but
I think it's the idea.
Yeah. You don't film something like that.
Like, even if it was fake, he intended for everybody to buy into it like it was real. Like that is still like so wrong.
Did you do a reaction on that video?
No, I haven't. I actually only heard about it through, I think, Beardo. Actually, when I reacted to Beardo's video about what he was saying about him on a live stream, and I think Beardo reacted to his live stream, and then he mentioned how he did that, and I just thought that was like insane that someone would do that and think it's okay to do.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just.
I'd probably get aggravated if I watched Proving Demons video while he did that.
Yeah, because I wasn't too happy. And thank God I don't do reaction videos, guys. Because you'd be seeing a whole nother side of me, and it's not pretty. Bill, thank you very much for joining us, and we appreciate you. And be careful at work. And thank you, for your best wishes on my channel. I hope I'm doing stuff that everybody likes, and you guys will keep coming back. Let's see, Laura, don't freak out. Here comes the 50. What 50? Trolls? All right, get ready. Fingers ready.
Oh, here we go.
That's not funny. Oh my God. So yeah, it'll be my mods going crazy. Let's see, Cree. The one and only video of Proving Demons I ever saw was the one where he pulled the skull out. Yeah, see, I seen that one, and I saw. Oh, thank you, Ghost Wiener. How generous. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.
That is wonderful. Yeah, when I saw, he did another one. I seen 3 where he did a rant. I forgot, against somebody. I don't know if it was Beardo or somebody. It was somebody that critiqued his work. He didn't like it, and he had a rant. And then there was another one where it was dressed all in this, ritual garb, and they were doing some kind of ritual stuff. And I'm thinking, all right, this guy's turning dark. And then when I saw the one with the skull, I said, yeah, I didn't finish watching it. I said, no, you're done.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
It's, oh God, it's just that I'm, I do, oh, thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. I do a lot of cemetery work, and I am very respectful. That is a place of rest, a place of peace. Um, I find a lot of peace and tranquility in cemeteries, and I love the history of
Yeah.
the people that are there, and that's why I do what I do. And when I do anything there, any kind of investigating, hi, little miss, welcome. I'm very respectful. I'm not, barking commands. I'm sitting down and I'm having a conversation with thin air guys, if that's what it is.
It's one
But
of
it's, that's what I do.
Yeah, no, it's one of the reasons why that story about Bathsheba Sherman and how these kids, after watching the first Conjuring film, desecrated her grave. It's like, I already personally, I don't believe in the Warrens. I think they're so questionable. And what happened to her tombstone after that movie, it was so effed up and so disrespectful. It's like there is no proof that she was ever a witch, and there's no documentation. So why are we going to her tombstone and just completely destroying it? I mean, I could, that blew my mind, and only because Lorraine Warren had mentioned Bathsheba's name. That's the only reason why she was labeled a witch at that point.
Right.
And I think she even made up the story where apparently she took a sewing needle and stabbed an infant and
that's not
sacrificed it.
Yeah, that's not true. Hi, Miss Stigma. Hi, sweetie. No, yeah, and they didn't even replace it. I don't think
They did recently.
Did they? Oh,
okay. They did. They put together like a fundraiser, and they got the money to finally replace it.
Because I remember for the longest time they said they weren't going to do it, so it would stop people coming and desecrating the grave. Yeah. So if you can't find it, then you can't do anything. So, but that's good. She should be, it should be marked.
Yep. If it's not documented, it shouldn't be labeled as that's what she is. Like that's
right. Just like her name, her real name, and it's.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, but they do it.
They do.
It's a big thing around here. We have the teenagers now. Even when I was a teenager, believe it or not, guys, we used to go into the cemeteries with our 6-packs and sit there and drink beer because you didn't get caught. That's why we were in there. But we never desecrated anybody's resting place. Nowadays, these kids go through there and they kick the stones over, bust everything up,
steal them. They steal stones. Yeah.
And those things are expensive. They're hard to replace. People can't afford it. And these kids, they don't think that way. There's no respect.
Nope.
Ryan says that is the crazy drunk lady still saying that Jason is trying to kill her. It's been really quiet over there.
It has been quiet. I don't think, is it even open now?
No.
No, it got shut down. She has an arrest warrant in the state of Rhode Island. She's not allowed back. She'll get arrested.
Right.
Because I think she skipped out on her drinking and driving court session and just bailed.
I just feel bad for the house. I mean,
she's been missing, and
it's just been sitting there. Yeah,
it's been sitting
there. I think there's somebody staying there, but yes, it's not open to the public.
No.
Let's see. Cree says, I don't get why kids do that. Man, in my day, if I'd done that, my mom would have whooped my butt. You're not kidding. You're not kidding. Jamie, what does he say? Laura drinking in a graveyard should have been something. Yeah, that's what we used to do. See, there was the pavilion. The cemetery you go to has like 3 big ponds. And by one of the ponds, there's a pavilion there. And of course, they've since taken that down. But we used to go there and set all the booze up on the railings. And it's just stand there and talk and hang out and drink until the guy would come around patrol, and then we'd all scatter and hop the fences and get the hell out of there. My days of hopping fences are over. So, but we never, ever, would desecrate anything.
Desecrate, yeah.
Let's see, Ryan. I have that on my bucket list. Places. I grew up in Bridgewater Triangle, and that's closest to my hometown. Yes, I find the Bridgewater Triangle very interesting.
Yes, I was getting tips from Ryan, a matter of fact, because Victor and I want to go there over the summer.
Wonderful. Hello, Miss Cheza. How's Cheza doing? What are your thoughts on that, Jordan? The Bridgewater Triangle.
I don't think I've actually heard of it, to be honest with you.
Oh, look it up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I will.
Very cool. Or just contact Ryan.
Yeah, basically.
He is just
Ryan's
a
an open
well
book.
of information.
Yep.
Megan, I drank on an Indian reservation, not recommended for a person whose channel was on channels that are under the influence. Oh, so yeah, it's that's what we do. And now everybody goes, you drink at a cemetery. Well, that's no, who's gonna look for you in a cemetery?
Peaceful, yeah.
Mhm.
You know, you're drinking, you're underage. Who's gonna find you there? You know?
Nobody.
That's why that was brilliant. Cree wants to know, Jordan, Elton Castile, is that
Caste.
Is that Caste? Sorry, said that he and Matt bought a haunted location that's been closed for a bit, but oops, it jumped on me. I'm sorry. Has been closed for a bit, but won't announce where until next month. Any thoughts on what the location is?
It's tough to say. Obviously, you can't sit here and say factually what they bought, but they said they've been working on it for a while. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume it could be the Conjuring House. I could be completely wrong about that, so don't take my word for it. But that's the place they've been publicly saying they've been wanting to buy for a long while. And if the owner has come to some senses, she might have been like, I can't even go back there. I might as well sell it and give it to somebody who will take care of it, you know? So
yeah, if she loves it that much, that's what I think. She should have just got rid of it.
She needs to. She needs to.
Well, I honestly think she needs medical attending, but
she does.
Yeah. Thank you, Cheza, sweetie. Thank you very, very much. Jamie, Laura, did you get dead drunk? I'm not telling. You know, actually, what is it? Jamie, I used to be able to drink all night long and then go home, take a shower, and go to work. I've never had a hangover, never been sick. I don't know.
First time I got drunk, I got alcohol poisoning.
Oh, geez, that's terrible.
And I threw up for 8 hours straight.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I never experienced any of that.
It was the worst.
And not for nothing. I thought, and thank God I was smart enough back then. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I can drink like that. And I would mix beer, liquor, whatever, and not have a problem. And if I could drink like that back then, I'm thinking, okay, when I get older, I'm going to be a drunk. So I stopped doing it. I just thank God I had, you know, the knowledge back then. Ryan, yes, best place to get to the abandoned railroad tracks in Easton Technical School. Those old tracks have Bigfoot shadow men, the ghost of the tracks holding a lantern on spook lights, pugwudgies, lots more. Oh, yeah. He's going to have to go check it all out because there's a lot of weird stuff that happens there.
Yep.
I'd love to see like some person holding like an old lantern on the tracks or something and just disappears in front of me.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be fantastic.
That would be so, and to be able to catch it on film.
The candle factory I work at is actually connected to a railroad that actually a couple miles up the railroad, and there was apparently a very severe train wreck that happened. They were derailed. Right. And I think 20 plus people had died on these tracks. So I've always thought like to myself, like maybe one day I'll walk up the tracks and maybe find the spot where it happened and maybe investigate that spot, that area, see what happens.
Steph said the cops would find them. You guys weren't quick enough. Well, see, I was always scanning, you know, the area looking for headlights. And when I would see them, I'd say, run! And everybody would run. And then everybody's hopping a fence, taking off. We all knew we had to meet at somebody's house. So we all knew where we were going. Megan said never had a hangover either. Yeah, me neither. I've never experienced it. Which I'm glad because I've seen people with hangovers and it's not happy. Jamie said, Laura, I used to do that drink all night and then work. Real fun. No, I never had a problem. I was fine. That's what I'm saying. I figured if I could do that and I was, you know, a teenager, what was I going to turn into it as an adult? So yeah, hi Shadow Cat. Welcome. Okay. Ryan's saying that the Bridgewater Triangle, Massachusetts documentary is amazing of the, oh God, I'm going to butcher it. I know I am. Hackomack Swamp. Is that close, Ryan? the Freetown State Forest, the Radenham Dog Track UFO, and a ton more. Yeah, because every time that's weird because I did look it up at one time, but I forgot exactly what it said. The where it is and where it's located and why are those things happening there? It's really strange. There's some kind of phenomenon going on there. Kind of like like the Bermuda Triangle. Leanne has a question. She says, "What location do you really want to investigate or just visit to see?"
I mean, honestly, I want to visit them all. I would love to do an investigation, try to figure out if they're actually haunted or not. But the ones that come to my mind, and people might not like this answer, and that's fine. I know it's weird. I'm a clown fan. I love clowns. I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but I love clowns, and I would love to go to the Clown Motel to do a vlog. I think that would be a lot of fun, personally. But if we're talking like places I know for a fact, a lot of people like talk about that as haunted.
Right.
I think a lot of people want me to go to the Sally House.
Yeah, I've heard some interesting things about the Sally House.
Yeah.
And we're still supposed to have that guy on from the Lizzie Borden place, correct, Susan?
Yes.
So I'd like to dig into that too and find out the scoop on that.
Yep.
It's interesting you mentioned that because I'm pretty sure I just saw a post today, that show Monster, like with the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff.
Right.
I think they're doing Lizzie Borden next season.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have a guy on who actually works there.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
We're going to see what he's got to say. Megan says there's a Bridgewater Triangle, Alaska Triangle, Bermuda Triangle, all triangles. I know. Interesting, isn't it? What is the same about I'm going to do that. I'm going to look that up. What connects these things? Because why are they all in different areas? That it's really strange. And how many other triangles haven't we heard about? That's definitely interesting. Okay, Crease got another question. Jordan, what does your family think about the YouTube thing and searching for paranormal and all the crap that comes with it?
They love it. They think it's awesome.
Great.
Yeah, very supportive.
That's good.
You don't get like, an eye roll and the head shaking. Like,
I mean, when I know for a fact, because I've talked about it recently, trying out an Ouija board and trying it as an experiment, they are they don't like that stuff. They're afraid that it might bring something, and I'm like, I get it, I do. So yeah, that might be the one thing they're kind of like hesitant on, like wanting me to push, but I also understand.
Are they very religious, your parents?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your stance? Are you religious the same, or you're
I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian. Okay. So if you take steps, Christians, you do your prayers and bring whatever you want for protection. I'm
on the mindset though, where it's like, I'm trying to do this as a learning experience too. Like I really want to test some things that people have claimed work. And I'm beginning to learn that there's just a lot of things that I don't think work in the ways they've tried to push for. So I'm wanting to see if is anything really going to happen, or I'm going to be fine.
Right. You just be careful. That's all.
Yeah.
When I do any kind of investigating, there's one that I bring rosary beads.
Yeah.
That are blessed and that I carry with me all the time anyway. So, and that's what I have. And I do have a firm belief in Jesus. So he's got my back.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. Welcome, William. How are you? I don't, I'm not your typical person that says, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. And, you need to believe in this and that. No, everybody has their own beliefs, their own traditions. But mine is what it is. And that I feel is protecting me. So let's see. Chris says she said, I have a massive phobia of clowns. Really?
So many people do. And that's fine. It makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I got right next to me, right up here. There's he's probably 9 feet tall, There's a 9-foot tall clown next to me, standing in the corner, and Shorty the clown from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like those don't scare me. But if I saw a dude come into my house dressed as a clown, I'm obviously gonna freak out. Like, you know, I'm not scared of them, but that would be unsettling.
But the problem is with me, I don't know about you guys. I don't run. I don't. I have a striking out reaction. So if some idiot is going to jump in front of me dressed like that, I am going to hit him right in the throat with my fist because that's just what I do.
I'm just going to be a deer caught in some headlights. I'll just stand there and stare at him.
It's happened to a few people. You know, they jump out, try to do the jump scare, and then I swing, and I'm like, "Don't do that," because that's just my reaction. Steph says she's going to break up with you now, J Cards, because clowns. Nope.
Oh man, nope. I love them.
Sarah, thanks for joining us. Sleep well. Yeah, I don't know. Well, everybody freaks out because I don't know, because you can't see them here. I don't have it behind me. Porcelain dolls. I have them all over.
Yep.
And it freaks everybody out. And I did have my background was my porcelain dolls, and it was freaking out a few people, so I switched it around.
I mean, I like look around. I mean, you can see some of the stuff in the background. Like I got a lot of that
you
alien
got your
mask.
own Annabelle there, and
Yep, I got my own Annabelle. I got several I collect a lot of old clowns from antique stores and yard sales and all that stuff. So I mean, it's a hobby.
He's got a head. I don't know what that is. It's
the alien.
I don't know. There's it's got dark hair. Is it a mask?
Oh, that's Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. Yep.
So let's see here. And it says, Laura, it's about time we got this chat filled with green. Love you. You so deserve every single. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So good to see many legends in here too. Thank you very much, Tessa. I appreciate it. It took me a long time, but I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Now every time like the numbers start to go down, I freak out. And I know that's just a YouTube thing, but still, you know.
Oh yeah.
And it takes you a long time to get where you're going. And then when one missing, you're like, oh God, no. Let's see. Raven, my brother, maybe watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space as a young child. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, but so good. It's a good movie.
But as a little kid?
Oh yeah. I saw
see.
Jason axing people at the age of like 4 or 5.
Oh geez. No, I wasn't allowed to see that until I was older.
My mom was ticked.
The problem is that I have a very active imagination. Yeah. And I'm also very I don't know, sensitive towards movies. So like I see a sad commercial, I cry. It affects me very emotionally. So if I saw anything scary, it would haunt me for days. So my mother wouldn't allow it. Ryan, Laura, I'll have to hit you up for the Lizzie Borden house. She has done the real research and is 100% an expert. I know a lot, but she is the real person to ask. Oh, okay. Yeah, me or Susan. Yeah, because the guy that we're having on actually works there.
Mm-hmm.
He's a caretaker or something, Susan?
Yes, he does the tours and everything.
Okay. Leanne says that I live on a haunted farm, so my family is good with it. They're good with me, but a bit freaked out with the activity sometimes. Yeah. Some people don't want to acknowledge paranormal stuff. Mm-hmm. They just say, oh, just if we ignore it, it'll go away. And then you've got other people that, they're out of there. Let's see. And I grew up with it my whole life, so it's not a big deal. And I mean, my first experience was when I was about 8 years old, so outside of my home. And so that's pretty much which triggered me to find out what the hell is going on. Cree says, a question, don't you think if you were going to investigate or try things, you should do it more than once before determining anything about the place or system you tried?
I mean, when I investigated the one place, we would do this, several of the stuff twice or a couple times to give it another go in the same areas, or like wait a couple hours, go back to that spot and do it again, to see if anything changed or anything like that. So, I mean,
Right, right. Yeah, oh, yes.
Hey,
You have
Steve,
to.
welcome.
You've got to do it more than once.
Oh yeah.
That's a given. I mean, you said Steve just popped in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steve will tell you the same thing. He's got over 30 years experience, and he's just you keep going back. You just keep going back. Steph wants to know, what are your thoughts on exorcisms? Believe, would he attend one?
Like, who would attend one?
Would you attend being
An
a part of an exorcism?
Oh man. I don't know. Honestly, like, I feel like that would be regardless of what, I mean, it could be like whether it's paranormal or someone like losing it psychologically. I don't know if I would want to be in a room when that's going down. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't want them to, get out of the restraints and run over and try to grab me or something.
Right. It's like, oh, I don't want it on me.
Probably not. No, I don't want whatever's attached to him on me. I also don't want him to get up or her to get up and try to strangle me. I just,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably, I'd rather be
I'm with you
outside.
on that. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would not want nothing to do with that. All right. Kelt says, Jordan, will you still be collaborating with Elton?
I mean, if there, apparently he said if he's ever out in the area, I mean, I would definitely be open to collaborating with Elton.
Nice. There you go. Hi, Steve. Welcome. Thanks for popping in and hanging out with us. Yes. Oh, if anybody doesn't know Steve from Nocturnal Frequency Radio, check out his channel as well. Awesome well of information also. And he looks at things a lot differently than most. That's why I enjoy his program. Let's see. Love the clown scares of people pranking. Yeah. I don't know. I was never afraid of clowns. I was more afraid of bugs. I just don't like bugs.
It's fair. It's fair.
Spiders. I hate spiders. Oh my God, I hate them. Jordan, have you heard of Bobbins the Clown?
I don't think I have heard of Bobbins the Clown.
Ah, me neither. Elaborate, Raven. Who's Bobbins? Hi, HM. Welcome.
Welcome.
I hate watching Gracie Docs because he was a clown. I don't even know who that is.
I don't either. I know Ronald McDonald.
The thing is, like when I was growing up, you would go to the circus when they had circuses, and clowns were these cute little, little things. And then they all of a sudden they turned into like horror.
Something that's going to eat your face. Yeah.
Thanks to Tim Curry. Thanks to Tim Curry.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Great.
Yeah. We started it. And then that 2017 clown pandemic thing that went down in 2017 where everybody was dressed like clowns running around. Yeah. Terrified so many people. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I was ready to see one, but
I was thinking to myself, don't jump out in front of my truck because I'll run you over. I'll ask the questions later.
Yep. Watch out.
Your reaction. You're your vehicle and some guy with a clown and a machete.
You keep going.
Stepping on it.
Yeah, you keep going. You don't stop.
Exactly.
Like, that's what I used to think too. Like during that time period, every time we would pass by a cornfield, I would always look at the cornfield, be like, we're about to see a guy walk out dressed like a clown and try to chase the car. Never happened though.
Yeah.
Never happened.
That's why I'd say just run them down. That's all.
I thought that was a fun time though. I was like, this is great.
It was kind of stupid because, like I said, everybody's freaking out. They're doing it to prank, and you never know who's going to deliberately chase you down with their vehicle and hit you, and then call 911.
It was because that new It movie came out in 2017, and everybody was just like in love with that new movie, and
everybody was putting the balloons in front of their houses in the sewers.
Yep.
Thinking, oh, jeez.
I'm such a Stephen King fan, though, and such a clown fan. I just had a joy watching everybody have fun with this. And I don't think anybody got hurt. Like, I don't think anybody was like murdered or.
Yeah, no,
to my knowledge, I think it was just for fun, and it didn't last horribly long, so it was kind of cool.
Thanks, Cheza. Thank you very much. She said she just was going to crawl into bed with Shrimpy, and he said, congratulations. Thank you. You guys are both sweethearts. I love yous. You guys have a great night. All right, let me catch up on chat here. Let's see. Ask him about the Lizzie Borden houses placed within the Bridgewater Triangle. We were just talking about that, Steve. Actually, if you're looking for a guest, Steve, ask Jorden.
Yeah.
Go on Steve's show because Steve comes up with some really great questions. Let's see. Now, yes, Jorden, but many seasoned investigators will tell you you have to go back to a location more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was the plan. We actually wanted to go back to the Blair house, but unfortunately, a lot of other stuff happened to where it was kind of difficult to go back. But we wanted to because we would love to see if maybe something would have happened the next time around.
So yeah, see, that's what it is. It's continuous, years of investigating because you just don't know. You don't know when it's going to show up, what you're going to find, what's going to change. So yeah, I always tell everybody, you just can't go once for an hour and say, okay, no, it's hours.
Yeah.
And several visits. Carla, what are you talking about? Just beat it. Who are you beating up? Ryan says, I'm going into an abandoned farm in a few. Iowa gets glowing eyes in the closet last year. Oh, cool. Oh, she's cooking. That's what it is. Let's see. Steve says to attend a legit one, you would need proper training and overseen by the Vatican. Oh, you're talking about exorcisms. Yeah. I wouldn't want nothing to do with it. That's why when they always say, oh, well, they performed an exorcism. I go, well, was it sanctioned by the bishop? Well, no. Well, then it wasn't real. You cannot perform, according to Catholic rite, an exorcism unless it is sanctioned by the bishop. And there's many steps that you have to go through even before the Vatican is going to say yes.
Yep.
So if anybody else tells you anything different, they're full of shit. Ice had 3 exorcisms caused. I'm a channel. They didn't do anything for me. That's when I left the church and became pagan again. That's okay. Yeah. See, well, it's very tough. The minute you mention demonic or demon in the Catholic system, it's like, red flags. That's their job to pick it apart, unfortunately. And most of them, they attribute it to mental health issues. And a lot of times that's what it is. But it's not easy. And then you get these people on here, well, I'm a priest. And well, you got to show their credentials. You just don't get online and send to Amazon for a certificate. It just don't work that way. Chris says, do you think that Elton is honest when he says he shows the entire uncut footage on his Patreon?
I mean, I'd have to go and watch the original video and then watch the one he's saying that's uncut for me to actually answer that. So I really couldn't tell you, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. Raven said Bobbins the clown is a scare actor. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Never heard of it. We're gonna have to look that one up. All right, see. My mom learned really quick not to bring me around clowns. I cried as a baby and threw my drink and kicked one at the circus when he came up to us. Yeah, some kids were just scared to death. Being like a lot of kids are scared of Santa Claus.
And Barney.
Yeah. I mean, come on, think about it. Just a little tiny kid, and you got this big thing coming at you. It's like, oh, God, what is that? So it can be scary. I'm off for a fun in an abandoned place. Have a great one all. Okay, be careful out there, Ryan.
Yes.
Look forward to the videos. And let's see. Any other questions, guys? Jake Hartz, thanks for the new fear unlocked. I live near a zillion cornfields.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Nope, you're welcome.
Oh, my God.
That's epic.
Just put a cow catcher on the front of your car. Oh my God, Children of the Corn.
Hmm.
Raven, we need clown education. Oh, geez. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I was never afraid of them. I don't really care for a lot of the movies because I get frustrated with movies like that. There's always the girl running. There's always some blonde girl with big boobs, and she's got high heels on. She trips and falls. And I usually say, good, she deserves it. She fell down.
Honestly, I'd take my shoes off and bolt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's so aggravating. Like, what makes you think it's a good idea to run in high heels? Like,
just take them off and throw them at him and start running. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Chris said, would be interesting if Elton did show his uncut footage on Patreon. I wonder what debunkers would think about him then.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Like, I mean, if he did show his uncut footage, like everything, and it was not edited, obviously that would probably impress a lot of people.
I guess so. Well, not for nothing. I mean, just come out and ask him. Would he ever consider showing the uncut footage?
Yeah.
So that, people could see, a little behind the scenes. So, all right. Do you guys have any other questions for Jorden before we let him go? How about you, Miss Susan? Any other questions?
Oh, it's been great.
It has been. We've just been shooting them right out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Wow. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Jorden, thank you so much for coming here and answering so many of us. I love your channel, honestly. It's just been hard seeing you go from
so open to skeptical.
Yep. Yeah, it's great. So
yeah, it's one of those things to where it's like, the thing about me is I'm going to be honest no matter what, and I'm going to speak my thoughts no matter what. So I completely understand if that might turn people off, because I was at a certain point more open to a lot more things. I'd say this, I'm open to the paranormal. I'm getting less open for some of these content creators, because I feel like a lot of them are just being called out, and rightfully so. And I'm beginning to see a different side to it. And I'm just not going to lie about how I feel about that. So
that's great. Stay that way.
Yeah. Personally, I like honesty, and I like when the truth is out there, and I want real evidence. So yeah. Right.
Yeah. That's what we're all looking for. And it's great that, you're not falling into, the category like the rest of them. It's, if I do this, I'll get more, subs, more, whatever. So it's good that, Shakri says, I'm good with agreeing to disagree on things. You have every right to express your thoughts and feelings. Yeah. And see, that's
Absolutely.
what the forum here is, that, you can disagree. You don't have to accept everybody's opinion, but be respectful of everybody's opinion.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, it's just a conversation, and then we move on to the next.
I'll never tell anybody not to watch a certain channel. Like, I'll never tell anybody, like, you don't have to, you shouldn't trust Sam and Colby, Twin Paranormal. You shouldn't trust these guys. I'm never going to tell you that. That's up to you at the end of the day.
Right.
But I'll speak my thoughts. I'll speak my thoughts on it.
I mean, there's a lot of them that I watch that I know they're full of BS, but I think they're funny, and I watch them.
I still say I watch Sam and Colby for entertainment. I still enjoy their channel, like I do. And I'm not shy. Yeah, I'm not shy from that.
So there you go. So, and that's okay. So, all right, guys, I want to thank you all for joining us. It has been a great show, great questions. Thank you, everybody who became a member and who sent stickers. You guys are the best. It was a very exciting first show for me as far as being monetized, and I greatly appreciate everybody. Jorden, thank you so much for joining us. We had a blast.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And you're welcome back anytime.
Yes.
And I hope it was enjoyable for you.
It was. Yeah, no, I was kind of nervous because I don't do collaborations too often, but no, this was a good experience.
There you go. You're a superstar. Superstar. You did great. And so did you all. Susan, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
You're always welcome as well. And remember, everybody, live life a little bit on the raw side. I'll see everybody actually tomorrow. Everybody have a great night. Thanks.